What is up, my fellow creepers and things that go bump in the night? Welcome back to yet another episode of Creature of the Night. Today, I thought we would go over, a little thing from John Carpenter, and I'm talking, of course, of vampires.
Time to kill some vampires. Step behind us! Come on!
Starring John Woods, Daniel Baldwin, Cheryl Lee, and Thomas Ian Griffin, who plays Valak. I thought Valak is another level of vampire. I fucking dig him. He's one of the masters. Director, of course, of John Carpenter. Writers, the one who wrote the novel, John Steckley, I believe that's how you say it. And the screenplay by Don Jacoby. This is a film that my father actually showed me. He showed me a lot of more gangster movies than horror movies. So I thought, him showing me a horror movie was actually fucking pretty lit. So essentially, John Woods, I believe his name is Jack Crow in the movie, and he is the leader of hunters. They're called hunters, and all that's literally in their name. That's what they do. They go out and hunt. They go and seek these vampires and stuff like that, and eradicate them. And he actually, of course, like many, the best hunters always have a reason behind it. A master actually came in, or no, I'm sorry, his father actually became infected, and then later on infected his mother, and later went after him. So he had to kill both of his parents at a very young age. So thus opening the gates to vampire hunting. And he's actually, and I thought this was pretty dope. The Catholic Church, they've done a lot of fucked up shit, and they always get a bad rep. So this film actually showing a different side of it. Like yeah, they're still doing something in secret, but they actually have these trained hunters to go out and eradicate evil. And they take him on, and he gets his own team eventually, and he becomes one of the best vampire hunters. And there's many levels of vampires, of course. There's the ones that are just, out there, just pawns, just, random people getting infected. And then there are the masters. And you can identify the masters by them all wearing black. They're a little bit harder to kill. Essentially, even Jack Crow says later on that he, garlic doesn't really do anything. If you wear like a necklace of garlic, he'll bend you over and he'll bite your ass. And regardless, like the only way to do it, drive a stake right through his heart, or throw him into the sun. So like everything with like the crosses and all that, all the stuff that we learned about vampires throughout the years and the stuff that cinema has showed us really didn't apply in this one. So they definitely took it around and altered the legend of the vampire, which I thought was pretty dope. Of course, me being a big werewolf fan, the whole silver bullet and everything, but then other movies saying, oh no, if you just blow off the head, or you do this or you do that, instead it's another way to kill him. So not everybody has access to silver, so it's just I thought it was just pretty dope that there's other ways out there, and now I'm learning that there's other ways out there to kill these monsters that are immortal. So later on, he's doing a bit, I think somewhere in New Mexico, and he actually finds a nest that is masterless. There is no master there. And later on, it turns out to be Valak. Valak is one of the most powerful, and we later find out that he was actually the first, and he was actually created by the Catholic Church. He was a priest of the Catholic Church, and he started having, like, I guess, different ideologies or something like that, and the Catholic Church actually thought he was possessed. So they tried to do an exorcism, and instead it made him a vampire, destroyed his body. But then there are later reports of him walking around town and feeding upon the dead, eating, drinking blood and stuff like that. So him being the first, this is where it started. This is the source of the disease. Well, being a preacher, being human at one time, he remembers the son, and he wants to do that again, like most vampires, obviously. And, well, turns out there's an actual way. He has to complete his exorcism with a specific black cross that is, I'm not really sure if it's really like, if it's an evil cross, or it's just been blessed by the right people or blessed by the wrong people. Either way, it's a black cross, and it is very holy to the Catholic Church, so they actually moved it around all throughout the world just to keep its, even from the Vatican, like it wasn't even the Catholic Church. I take that back. The Catholic Church that actually hit them. It was another church, a Christian church, that had gotten possessed of it, and they actually were hiding it. So not even the Vatican knew where it was at. And they end up finding it in America, of course. That's where we're at in America. We later find out that it's, how do I put this? That the Catholic Church, one of the preacher that actually brought him, Jack Crow, on, was actually betraying him. He told him where to find Jack Crow, what to do, where the the people who may or may not know where the cross is hidden. And so yeah, so essentially, it's still double backing and stuff like that. And Jack Crow finds this out, of course, and he has to go kill Valak, again, an unstoppable being, the first of its kind. The kind of, how in Trinity, that Dracula, being the first vampire, he was perfect. He could walk in the sun and all that, but he didn't really have a lot of immunities that his offspring, or the people that he later infected, would have as him. So yeah, Jack Crow has to go toe to toe with him, and he eventually just has to throw him in the sun. That's the only way to get rid of him. Even stabbing him with the black cross, like, all the way through, because it's a pretty damn huge cross. It's about like a good, like, maybe 5 feet tall, and the cross just being at the top and the rest of it being a staff. And again, I thought this movie was very interesting. It, like I said, it took a different aspect of the legend of the vampire and twisted it. John Carpenter making it his own, of course. I haven't read the novel, so I don't know if that's in the book or not, but going off of what I see in the film, John Carpenter very twisting it and making it his own unique side. That crazy motherfucker. You fucking love him, but he always has his own crazy ass twist to every legend. This film is very adrenaline rush. There is nudity and stuff like that, guys, so don't watch it around your kids or anything, or you're just one of those parents that don't really fucking care or whatever. But you've been warned here first. Don't show your kids. A lot of blood, a lot of murder, and a lot of cussing, a lot of violence, guys. Just but it's a damn good movie. It's very entertaining. I do believe I've seen it on Hulu. I own the DVD, but midnight scrolling, I think I did see it. So guys, go check it out. Let me know what you thought about it in the comments. Thank you for sticking with me, guys. Of course, hit that subscribe button, hit the little bell to let you know every time I upload a video. I almost forgot. If you're not sinning, you're not having fun. Rock on, guys.